Righto. So I got the DJI Action some freaking thing out. We used it on the trip, so yeah. So I'll give it a go. If you see some of the video footage now of the last trip, I started using the camera because the phones were overheating, and yeah. So what I was just going to show you is if you watched my video yesterday of the livescope, what my thoughts on the livescope were. Mate, it is hot here today with the massive storms last couple of nights, and it is just muggy. I've had the fan on, but because of the noise I just turned it off. I've got the juice coming out of me, and we have had in North Queensland an official scurvy warning. So I'm taking it serious for the Bundaberg boys. They were talking about, they said it might turn up down there one day. And it's getting from the Northern Territory, the scurvy warning is coming down further and further every year, and we've just had the warning here, so I'm not taking the chance. So the best thing I can do today is get a cup and some ginger. They reckon ginger's one of the best stuff to heal stuff, so I'm gonna put the ginger in, because I ain't taking a chance with that scurvy. We normally just do it up there, but it's like all things I suppose that go viral, it's creeping down. Anyway, so yesterday I did the video on the active target and what my thoughts were on it, and today I've been fitting it out. Bloody sweat coming at me. So what I've done is I had the homemade pole, which I've got rid of. I bought this pole and I've fitted it all up today. I've tried to make it was all on one side of the boat, the sounder, the pole and the electric motor was on one side. I sort of figured it'd be better for my visibility, but it wasn't about that. It was when we got at the front, it took up too much of the deck space to get the electric up and down. So I had to move that, and I had another mount so I could move the sound around, which I never used anyway. So I removed that, removed the old mount, and I've come up with a bit of thought today. Give me a cup lid. I had to get some blowflies in it. Me and Rach are big Yeti fans. Rach gets all the colours. Can only drink only one cup, but sometimes your mood changes. Anyway, so I don't know if you know Thumbburn boat, if you follow this boat for a tuning modification. I've had this rod locker in here since I've had the boat in 2006. So I cut the gunnel out in 2006 with myself, and I went and bought an aluminium welder after the fact, so that way I had to learn. It's been good, so I've not maintained it or changed anything out since 2006. It is now nearly 2026, so that is 20 years I've had this rod locker going, and the back strut's now just lost pressure. I could change it out, but I don't. I put my rods in it, and I've been using them, but since we built the second rod locker on this side of rod cabinet, what do you want to call it, I haven't been using it, so I've only been using it for spare rods, so we've been putting all the rods in here now. And so what I've decided to do is these poles, lure poles, active target poles, pole poles, whatever poles, someone's smoking pole, whatever, they get in the road. They just simply get in the road when you're not doing other shit, and when they're on the boat, you either got to have them where they're in the road or you've got to tuck them away. So I decided to use my rod locker, or rod, what do you want to call this, to store the pole, because I'm not using it for rods as much lately. So yeah, and I'll just get you, just turn the old, I've got the old DJI on the stick. So this is the rod thing that I've got lifted out of the gun, built it years ago. It normally stays up with 4 rods in it and whatever else is in there. So I decided to put the transducer poles Australia. I just cut the angle grinder, just knocked out the rod holders and just sat in there. So I'm going to get some rubber bungees to locate them in there so they don't fall out. But yeah, so it's falling down there for the gas pressures leaked out of one of the struts, because I don't, like I said, I don't maintain it. It's going to close this extender pole up. Show you what's going on in this space. So I just had on struts and hinges easy to do. Wasn't a big job to build it back in the day. Learning to weld was the biggest job. Still teaching myself how to weld. Cut the gunnel out and it all went in there pretty easy. Now, like I said, so I've just made the pole in here now. So I just cut out the Berkeley where the rods go. Just cut it out. Fits in there neat, all sweet. And yeah, the one strut's collapsing, and I put Parker hydraulic hose. This shit, Pro Guard. This shit is what we use in the mines. They put them on hydraulic hoses, grease hoses, so it doesn't get damaged. This shit is as tough as hell. It's that strong. It just cops rocks all day. 20 mil standard, whatever this shit stands for. Pro Guard, Pertec Pro Guard. It is that strong. The stuff comes in a big roll, and it is super strong. So what's happened over the years since I've been in my fishing game, I've seen barramundi spikes go through hydraulic lines. I've seen crabs cut off sounder cables. Just last week I watched a bit of Skid Pig. I think he's a great fella. I reckon he's got great content. And him and Nighty were out crabbing, and great video. Watch Skid Pig up in Townsville, get onto that. And the crab got hold of his hummingbird lead, which was got in the front, and it didn't chop through it, but it had hold of it. So how quick that can happen. So anything like this, going to protect it. This is super strong. This is made for the mining application. This is so strong, this shit. It's just a plastic wrap, but it's super strong. And I've wrapped the cord that comes out of the pole, so it's got, I wrapped it all, I pushed it down inside the pole, so it's got protection where it comes over this joint here in case it gets pinched. And I've wrapped the entire pole down here, and then I've twisted it so it goes into this thing, and then I've wrapped the rest of the cable as well, and right down to where I've got it go through the gunnel. So it's always something grabs hold of it, or it pinches, or it tears, something squashes it. It's still flexible, it's still very flexible, but it's so strong, this stuff. I mean, I drive D11 bulldozers and draglines and shit, and this stuff's on the back of the ripper boxes and the front of the blade. It just goes through dirt all day, every day, this stuff, and the hoses just last from chafe and everything. So it's, I was lucky enough to get given that box, so yeah, I don't know what it's worth. It wouldn't be too much, it's quite cheap. That's made by Pertec. Just go to your Pertec dealer, and they'll, or any hydraulic, Hydrolink or whatever, they'll have the same shit. Anyway, so I've used this rod locker now as this to hide that, because as I'm going to show you, when it's down there, that just tucks under there. It just all shuts up. Goes, well, that locks in better. That just shuts up. The whole pole's away. It's not cluttered on the deck here. Everything's open. I can push that sounder back up to the front, so I've got all space to get up the front and fish. So there's no pole permanently. And I'm just going to show you how quick, after this idea, after I build, I'm going to put this pole back out. Man, I've got some juice coming out of my head. This is just definitely sweat country today. So is that going to get that? Can't see a little front screen. I'm going to say that's getting it. Righto, let's go from there. So righto, just going to pull this out. It slides out as quick as that. Out comes the pole. Slide him up. I'm going to activate him on the Transducer Poles Australia mount. Goes in. That just clamps that end up. And obviously this one's got this other bit here that goes in there as well. You get the drift for that space. That goes down pretty quickly, really. It goes over the side. The cable can just lay wherever it pleases to. And the pole is deployed, locked off, and oops, rod hatch goes down. Now in that space there, I can stand at this level here, or I can stand up there and activate the pole. All works very much the same. I've tried both here today, simulated, and you can tuck this away, but that's not a problem there. And turn the screen on right here. I can, yeah, so activate the pole from standing in this location, or I can stand up there and do it the same. Now, And hang on, something's happened in this space. Oh, something's must be still recording. Something just happened on the screen. Anyway, so in that space there, that goes on there. Now, because I do a lot of in through the mangroves and going up remote creeks and whatever, I need it off the front so it doesn't get caught in the mangroves like the electric does. And I've had this thing caught in the mangroves heaps when it used to be sticking out past there before. A bit of a shit show. So I'm going to show you how I put some thought into this today, where this goes here now, to tuck this away when I'm not using it. So put this up here, undo that one, slide out, that rotates over. Sorry if I'm in your row there. Try and get down the space so I'll show you. And then I just tuck this in behind the fridge. That lifts up there. Tucks in on the deck there. You tighten it back up. So now, just hold, get this camera out. Now it just tucks in behind the fridge. In there, right on close to the deck, laying down, out of harm's way. And if I choose to have it where it's ready to go as well, I can just put it there. And same thing, just undo it. And if you don't want it over near the fridge or near the thing, just put that over there. I just adjust all this shit. And I can just set it any old way like that. If I want it deployed out there, like that and like that. Then I could also just leave it there in the attack mode, I suppose you'd say, where I'm out in the middle, so it's not a problem. I can push this hose, this cable back in the gunnel so it's out of harm's way as well, with the shielding on it. Pretty easy, just got a bit of space in there. I just used a bung so it's nice and neat, and if I don't want the hole, I can just put the bung back in, and then you can tuck that over under there, no worries. So in the boat, sit in the boat, it's not a problem. It's out the side, but I can tuck it right against that fridge as you've just seen, and yeah, so we're out of the harm's way. So anyway, that's all a tinny mod, I suppose, for a 470 telesteer from Thumbburn Fishing for my setup for a pole. It is a Transducer Poles Australia setup, and that's where I've mounted it to make pretty comfortable out of the way on my side. The deck can be clutter free. I can move this sounder right to the front to make it right up there. Undo that a bit tight. I can just put that right up the front there, so it can give me the better deck space there once the electric's down, or for fishing. I've also mounted this for the wife, those hot trips. Put the umbrella holder here, so the umbrella can go straight directly over top of her. Her drink can go there. Tunes, pliers, it's right there, little mount I made up years ago. Yeah, so man, I got some juice coming out of me in the shed today without this fan on. Whew. Anyway, I just want to show you my transducer pole setup from Thumbburn Fishing. Haven't used it yet, it's just been put on. I can also remove the whole mount with that engineered aluminium mount, so I can take the whole thing off when I put the cover over the boat. The rod thing's away, I can put the front knuckle in there, so it's all out of the way, it's all hidden, and it's all yeah, it's not a problem. So anyway, that's my thoughts on that. So anyway, so I think after spending the $1,500, I think it's worth it. I think absolutely now, I'm so happy with that there, sitting there now. It's just so much better organisation. The front of the boat's better organisation. It's less cluttered. This thing folds away in the gunnel, really nice. You could put it in the pocket if you had a pocket. I've got it all protected with that really nice Pertex stuff. This stuff is just so strong. It wraps it up, it's so tight, it'll never come undone. It just wraps on by hand. It's just a spiral wrap stuff. You can use cheaper shit if you like, but this stuff's proven. I got it given to me, so Yeah, it's not that expensive anyway. It's really strong, but it looks really neat as well. The Pertec Pro Guard looks really neat as well. So anyway, I can feel that scurvy coming on actually. Bit of a shake going on. So anyway, thanks for watching Thumbone Fishing again. Got some great comments on the last video. A lot of people have worked out this livescope active target already. People are way onto it. I'm only new at the game, giving it a few goes at it, but I'm determined to learn it, and I'm not going to change my ways totally, but in that other period I still want to be able to use it because I think I've seen what the values are of it. I've seen how good it can be, so instead of wasting time, well, we always waste a bit of time, but I think that I've got an application for it as well. Not to solely use it like people do. They're passionate about it. That's probably not where I'm never going to go with that, but I can see the value of it. In the meantime, I'm learning lots of watching lots of YouTube videos on what to understand about it now, even as the general public are getting more and more educated on it and how to use it. You know, when they first come out, they've had to learn as well. So people have had it for a few years now, and they're really getting educated on it now. And some people explain it better than others how to use it. So you got to take what you believe, what you're hearing. I think then you got to work at it for yourself. You can't use other people's interpretation on it. You really got to work at it for yourself, because it's the same as anything in life. If you've never done it yourself, you can't comment on it. So yeah, it depends on how far you get into it and how far you take it. But anyway, I've put that on there. I'm really happy with the result where I've mounted that system there. It's a really great product. I think it's built exceptionally well. Put a lot of engineering's gone into this, a lot of thought's gone into this. You can just remove it from here, take that, unscrew that, it comes out. So it's all just, and I've got somewhere to put it inside my locker there, inside the gunnel. So really suits what I've done with Thumbone. Little top ender. Alright, thanks for watching. And I'll post this video up sometime today, and got a Christmas party to go to, so hopefully I don't get scurvy there either.